Yo, it's That Native J with That Native Gaming, and we are back with another episode of our Zombie Cure Lab. So, the game is not liking the fact we got so much going on, but I had an epiphany. Something came to me while I was sitting alone, meditating upon a grand mountain. So, this area just isn't useful, I feel like. Oh, let's make sure we're ready for an attack. Wow, the frame drop is insane. Oh no, everybody's not going to do their jobs now for a minute. Because I should have shut the doors and then hit the alarm. But that's okay. Everyone will run there and back. You know, one thing I can say is that really gives us an outlook on how well the freeze traps work just all on their own. That's why I did that. It was a test, just to see how effective the freeze traps actually are. Honestly, they don't seem to help much, but they do probably about 10% of the freeze or so by themselves. Look, they got this guy pretty good, or her. I think Addison's a woman's name. They got Addison pretty good. Hopefully eventually people make it back to their jobs. This is a pretty insane amount of people to be just like not doing anything with their lives. Hopefully nobody gets mad because it messed up their cycle of happiness. This is low key funny though. They're so weak. 90 damage. Like when we loaded the game back up or something, we broke it. So hopefully after the free night, the algorithm or whatever will reset based off our size and our actual threat level, because I do not feel like that was right. So the first thing I want to do is rethink this whole idea. It's all wrong, guys. It's 185% a terrible idea. And here's why. Food, I feel like food and really nothing matters at this point because we're so rich. But I want to be more rich. Right. So we have a couple episodes left in our series before we wrap it up. So we might as well do some more remodeling. It makes me sad that we're not using the access quarries around the map. I don't think we can use this one, like I said, because of that. And we can't use that one because of that. Those are big things to look out for when you're starting a new map. I probably should have looked a little harder, but that's okay. I also would like to use this, but because I placed this here, I probably will never be able to. So those are things, I'm going to long-term punish myself for. These being at the front is never good either. If they're towards the corner, that's a little better because you can still manage to get your defense area in, right? You only need about like out to here for a really good defense area on each side of this row. Especially if you built your main thing right here, right? And this was all your gates they fought through. So, maybe we'll do another playthrough, right? Maybe we'll come back depending on how popular this gets. So, I'm going to delete everyone's job for now, leaving dozens of them idle, okay? We know everybody's frozen, let's be real. And we'll go ahead and allow people to do their things. They didn't get past the first level, so we don't need to leave gates open, right? We're gonna give all these Humvees a completely new job system. Everything's gonna be reset for this area. So starting first and foremost, I want to change the positioning of the hauling post to be specifically inside of this area, right? Which it looks like that'll reach pretty much the whole area. So this hauler can be tucked in here. Oh, but he's not going to reach the whole edge. And we want them to overlap and reach the whole edges. So there's our new hauling stations for this area. And instead of humans, we're going to have the level 1 Humvees like our original plan was, for them to be working in here, hauling stuff majority of the time. Even if it slows how much they're ready for treatment. But I think they'll be fine because they only need that one workout, right? All of this is going to be put onto the Humvees, pretty much. All of our production, right? Except for the kitchen. So humans will literally just cook food, take care of themselves. And this right here will also be moved to the workshop area. We'll get into why very soon, right? So pretty much we're switching to where our humans are doing everything back to making the slave labor do everything. The number one reason we want to do this is because everything we're doing and producing right now, we're doing it on lower percentages like we were talking about before. And we have nothing to do for like literally a whole 2 episodes except for just wait for humans to turn into, or to get more humans, right? This will also reduce what humans have to do within the base, right? A lot of these hauling stations will be obsolete once the production line is put onto the Humvees. So, something else we can consider doing is building up some more Humvees. So what I could do is come in here, reduce the flow of humans slightly. So we'll take away all the level 4 chambers in this building. So just that other first building is running fully, and as these jobs fill up, they won't be producing an excess of humans, and we can allow our numbers to build up on each level a little bit. I really want this number to go into here, but these producers, everyone's going to have a job here in a minute, and I'll show you how. The humans will be completely uninvolved and still be able to maintain their lifestyle for the most part without any help of the Humvees. Right, so this kind of setup here, right, will be reduced and imitated up there. We don't want any metal being produced by humans anymore, and we don't want chemicals being produced by humans, and we don't care for the tree nursery to be produced by humans either. We're going to leave the tree nurseries here simply because we're leaving the fertilizer down here, right? Because I want the humans to be able to do the food process completely from start to finish by themselves. We're going to take away the microprocessors here and move them to make the Humvees do it. So, Exhibit A. Let's come up here and say, cool, humans don't need to do that job anyways, right? Because we're not doing that anymore. The Humvees will refill their own meat and also help carry stuff within the base. So let's let them kind of just clean stuff up and readjust these for now. I think these are full, that's just the meat's all over the place, because that's what the game does. Thinks it's funny. Maybe if enough people eat the meat though, it'll clean up a bunch of the random pieces. Yeah, and with slowing down humans, we should still get a pretty good increase in this number. But without them currently having jobs, they're going to start lacking. Okay. So this looks like a great section to be putting some stuff in, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to look down at how we can keep our haulers moving consistently, which is going to be quarries, right? Or whatever, giant mining stations. So a quarry and a mine. I think it's called a mine because you're mining metal, right? And a quarry is just rock. Like, what do you do for a living? I collect rock. It shouldn't be too crazy to get power out here. Oh my god, that was super easy. We'll probably go ahead and make a circuit out of this as well, since we probably will be building the production line along here. Okay. So first and foremost, we're going to have more metal coming in, so we know we can easily support the smelter. Right? We don't want automated stuff now. We want to utilize the boost, and we want to be able to have Humvees actually doing jobs. So far we're going to start with these and have them all be level 2s working here, right? They will also be allowed to do emptying, refueling, right? Okay, this other hauling station is done, yeah. So right now I'm just heavily concentrating on remodeling our camp, right? And taking some of the workload off the humans. I want humans being lazy just because like I feel cool about it, right? Humans like cook food, and that's like it. They cook food. Oh, and they can grow the trees, I think. I think we'll leave automated tree nurseries going right here, and humans can work with those. I feel like one is going to be a good enough forever. We could always build more if we feel like it. But honestly, I'd rather always be able to have more like veggies and stuff going on, right? So another thing I was thinking, right, if we brought these a little closer, if we kind of compacted the base now a little bit, it'll take away from the look being so large. But I feel like I want that city vibe too kind of going on, right? We'll start these from the other side. And I want to be able to always have these back to back, right? So if I can't get power, oh, that's almost there. If I can't get power, like in between them and stuff, right, I could always use this across the street. Those look like they're getting power just fine. It's just that last one that's not going to get power because it's too far over. So I think that's the move. We'll leave a walking space in between, and then if we decide to build more in or whatever, we have space there. I kind of like this space. That's a nice little space. But I don't know if I'll be able to fit something big like this in here, right? But that would be cool. If I could bring this in closer somewhere. I don't know if that's even much worth it, because it's not much of a distance there, and walking around the building might actually take longer. But anywhere, like, even a spot like that would actually be pretty chill, to be honest. Like, we move the road over one, get rid of the guards, or move the guards, I should say. Right? Maybe even spread out the guards around the base a little bit. Maybe I could build more guards once I change the infrastructure setup. So these I'm just going to go ahead and delete. We have so much metal, if we take a minute to get going again. Same thing with the chemicals, it's okay. We're not going to die. Everything will be fine. Oh look, and one is already running. Okay, so I'm going to try to put these power... I kind of wanted them back to back to back, but... honestly, I think I'm going to give them a space. So people can like walk in between them and stuff. Do something like that instead. Right. Transformer box? He's just big chilling there, huh? Okay. But that's more like it. And we can build more stuff later as we need more people to do jobs. Chemical extraction is a pretty good one too. Right. Then we could support more farming, which is another good thing to be able to support more numbers. So I'm going to leave that space, like I said, that allows them to walk in between these structures. Eventually be able to get to everything if needed. Okay, I guess I'm just going to do 3. I only had 2 before, so... And these will actually produce more goods with these little guys on here boosted. I also think another hauler in here already isn't a bad idea. Especially right here where the concentration is going to be at. We're also going to turn it on high speed since we have free nights and all we're doing is building. And I think this is going to be the second row of working stuff if I want to add in more stuff. The point of this corner is to keep our production now separate from our humans. So my wife was telling me we're having a problem I'm going to have to fix. Gotta love it. Dad's gotta fix everything, huh? Don't worry, I am here. Gonna have to put on my dad cape here in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these level 1 Humvees something to do too. Hopefully they're still leveling and stuff. Pretty good. Before when I checked, it seemed like they don't really get the need to want to train. But we do see a change at 3% on this guy, and all he's doing is carrying goods, picking up resources, so that is proof that it does work like that. I almost can't even play like that, to be honest. It's almost getting unplayable on 3 times. It's driving me crazy. I'm sure it's annoying to even watch. So these guys should be fine, but let's go make sure our gym is sufficient. It definitely is. Our gym is killing it. I think we could support even higher numbers. These guys also might be slacking a little bit because of what's going on here right now, but that's okay. These guys will empty their own goods. It'll at least keep them moving. That's the last thing we want to do is upgrade those. I don't even know why I hit the button. Okay, so now another thing I think would be cool is just start looking at other stuff we can move over here, right? Or build. So I am actually just going to put 2 nurseries in here and remove that other one. And the idea is we want them to do more work, so even if they have to walk all the way across the map just to drop off resources, that's fine. They're doing something. And even if they're slower by doing so, we'll just build more machines. More of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and come down here and just delete this one off now too. And the more and more I think about it, like I said, they could probably manage all these things too if I build them a lab up there. And then, I don't know, the humans could just fill these. They literally could just do the kitchen, and even the veggie greenhouses go up there and rely on more level 1 haulers. And that way I could support a large Humvee population that comes in, and they produce such high influxes of resources. It won't really matter that certain jobs aren't getting filled at certain times, as long as we have a decent balance, right? Oh yeah, and we don't want our production being too far from... Oh wait, it doesn't matter, like we said. We want them moving. Everything I say, I'm just going to go back on. So don't even listen to me. We're either going to go back on it or we're going to twist it to our own twisted version that we now like. So this will be their production lab, right? And that whole other lab down there that the humans are managing could probably even be removed, to be honest. Once that's done and everything's going how we want it to. Some more speed. I'm just going to stop moving so much. But if I remodel that other one, I'll probably do what I did before and remodel it extra dramatic. Oh, you know what we could do? We could queue up some more level ones. I don't even mind having 100 level ones at a time now, honestly, since all they're going to be doing is hauling. We'll just let these guys start building up like crazy. Or we'll just start throwing them on all of them. I think this one already has some active. Not all of them though, huh? Yeah, let's get crazy in here. Oh, this frame rate thing is killing me. So that's all I'm gonna do for now. Let's scooch over here at 3 frames per second. Maybe I need another driver update or something, honestly. I don't know what's going on. Turn the graphics back down to nothing. Turn everything off. I don't know if that'll help, but just make all the graphics the lowest they can possibly be. So we're going to kind of sit here and just watch as our base starts to come together here. We'll do the same thing here and give them a walking gap to make sure everything stays powered and strengthen our infrastructure real good. And actually, you know what I thought about? If zombies overrun, people might run here and it might attract a lot of them here because there's a gate, and they might not head towards the front gate or like the main base if they get distracted, especially if I built another facility like in the bottom right corner underneath that other science lab. They may just be encouraged to attack these secondary bases and not even think to, oh, go straight toward the main fort. Okay, I do feel like this is still putting a lot of strain on our human workers here. But now that we've compacted, like I said, I'm going to start moving these guys back over here. And they should help quite a bit, taking the strain off here as well. And give us a better outlook on what we got going on. I may even, let's move this one in too. I'm just going to start moving them all in, to be honest. We don't need a hauler for that building, but we need to make sure that these are getting attention. The kitchen gets attention. This will be deleted, but I like to have at least one for a science lab, just to help the workers carry stuff to do the job they need to do. And someone needs to at least be able to reach that quarry, right? They need to be able to reach the quarry over here. So maybe like make sure I keep the 2 corners right. even as I reduce human jobs. What's another thing we could probably do? I don't mind these guys being somewhat lazy because they're responsible 24/7 for these mines. But maybe if I position it just right, like these guys are helping majority with that lab and they're doing the mines. So I feel pretty confident. Plus, these guys do their own thing anyways. They'll go get the resources. So in the long term, like for if I'm trying to find a good balance for a mega lab, that should probably be moved as well. That way I could start isolating areas with haulers. And I wouldn't even mind put more haulers here, but it seems like they keep up pretty well, even with the extra defenses out front, right? Should probably keep speeding along here. Oh, and I was thinking I should probably check and see if anybody's stuck, because I see a lot of these where they're like, I'm hungry or whatever. I also want to put a temporary hauler right here, just to pick up all that stuff that got broke and never got picked up. There we go. So they'll go ahead and once they get over there, they'll pick that stuff up. A couple of these, I'm going to just take the jobs off so they'll go do other jobs. Because there are a good group of them sitting around doing nothing now. So that'll help spread some stuff out, right? And then, yeah, back to the fast forward game, they'll move that stuff out. Output is full. Okay, cool. So I think we are going to bring in more level 1 Humvees just to help with hauling in the production area. All the production should shoot through the roof. So I'm not worried about anything. We're just going to keep building production stuff so people have jobs, to be real. That's what we want. So something unique I think we could do with this base is we could do a level 3 Humvee hauling area. And the only reason I'm considering this is so I could have this area specifically being ran by level 2 Humvees, or level 3 Humvees, sorry, but only at night. And then during the day, they can go back and help haul goods again with level 1 Humvees. I do believe they're still slightly stronger, or their zombie strength is completely gone, I'm not sure. And then they also still move faster than humans. As well as, we might as well just have all of our level 2s being the producers. And this also gives us the defender advantage on some of the most powerful buildings we have, even though they're kind of tucked back here, right? But that's okay. That'll just strengthen their abilities to be able to defend this area. I'm going to go ahead and also build this in. Probably somewhat unnecessary, but doing it just for extra safety here. Give those level 3 Humvees an extra layer of protection here. This is also the road that they're probably going to be using to come to work every day, so I think it would be smart to also build that in. They'll get to work a little faster when it comes to nighttime, and like at nighttime when they need to come. Okay, more fast forward. Let's just kind of chill and watch now. Okay, so I don't know what happened, if he got stuck or what. And I don't know who this other person is. It must be a glitched out one or something. So I am going to consider putting in more guard posts around the base. Literally just like along highways and stuff, kind of like cops sitting on the side of the freeway. I think that's a good idea. So I'm also deleting this right now because we have such a stock of everything. I'm not worried about anything. Plus, it looks like we're getting another free night. So I just kind of want to take advantage of that too. I am getting quite a bit of level 1 Humvees. So I kind of want to slow down a little bit. I don't want to overwhelm myself. And it looks like we got a mad Humvee already. So I don't know what happened and why they got mad. But we'll just go ahead and click them off, and whatever's there is there for now. Whatever we originally queued up, we will deal with. So that was a big waste of my efforts. We'll take them away. I was thinking I would be able to handle all of them, but honestly, I might need another gym. I definitely need more jobs, like, for them to do. The level 2 Humvees, it seems like we got most of them working pretty efficiently, which is nice. We're starting to get the level 3s a little bit here, more and more, so. Make sure I have plenty of jobs just for these level 3 dudes. And I better go count how many machines are down there to make sure they will work both jobs, right? So I'm counting 8. So that means all of these guys can't work here except for 4 of them at night. No, that doesn't make sense, guys. 6. 14 minus 6 is 8. You gotta know how to math. I said it and then I mathed it and I was like, wait, that's not math. And then the rest of them can just be full-time haulers. I would do more defenses with them on there, but I feel like it's already kind of unnecessary. I'm just doing it to be cool. And the rest of them can work there, help haul. It'll increase the efficiency of our area anyways, our production zone. Plus, I'm probably going to like do more fertilizer and stuff now than I did before. Food, this right here, all the greenhouse stuff is probably going to stay. I don't like the humans having to walk all the way over there. But I think they just go to the main storage to get fertilizer, right? And then they grab the food and take it to the main storage. So I think that's all the humans are doing is pretty much running up and down that strip now, right? I'll just go ahead and delete this now. And maybe add in a power pole here, because that's going to reduce some infrastructure. Make sure the power stays connected. And after that building comes down, this one should be almost complete or just complete. And we'll put everything we want in it. Yeah, so these guys are even getting upset all the way out here now. Not getting their needs met, huh? So reducing numbers would probably be a good idea. Let's get some humans in. I'll let these guys build up a little more. Let's see, what do we want them doing? We're definitely going to need more of the smelters. So we'll do that. We know we can let it cook. I wish there was a button where you could like match all buildings of the same with what you want them to be doing. Like a copy paste for settings button. Okay, I guess this one doesn't have to be right up against it, huh? Oh yeah, it kind of does actually, because it ruins my plans here. My overall design. Alrighty, looking good. Oh, did I make these only daytime or? Oh, that other one isn't set up yet. That's the only reason they're doing that, I think. Look, these guys are still waiting on fertilizer. They're not even producing wood. So maybe trigger it sooner, right? Like, right as it starts using it, you gotta go get more. It's like by the time you get back, it'll use it all up, don't worry. Alright, that'll give more of our level 2's jobs. 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. So honestly, just a couple more machines. And that would be all of them working. Our production line here. Fertilizers and the microchips machines are the only things left. So we'll probably do 4 microchip machines. And we'll do 3 microchip machines. Yeah, forget it. Let's do 4, right? We got the people right now for it. Might as well. Plus, I'm probably going to get a large influx of 1s to 2 here in a second. The only thing that I do see bad about this place is I might have to switch a lot of these to level 3 workers as everybody's level 3 and waiting to be human. So I think the idea here is you want to take, no matter what setup you have, having continuous flows of humans isn't necessarily the best idea. Tactically, what you want to do is have a large group like this that are going through the education somewhat together. So this is like our graduating class, right? So we want to get as many people into the graduating class so that they can graduate together, right? So I think this is good for now. We said like 90, but we have well over 90 now. Like 130, whoops. So we'll let this group come in, and that's pretty much how I think it's gonna the cookie's gonna crumble. Because once they're all like level 3s, if no one's working the machines to produce anything, we won't be producing any goods whatsoever in the base. So everyone will just have to like switch over and do those jobs, do these jobs, right? Later. we'll start with this guy right here. Oh, didn't mean to put that over like that, but it'll all fit still, so I do not care. That's why I'm gonna put the power. I think it'll reach both of them. I'm tempted to put another one down. I did it. Okay, so where's the fertilizer? Oh, I'm a crazy man. So these are all automatic anyways, so it'll really just make our haulers do more work, but that's okay. We're about to put down a couple more haulers for just level 1 Humvees. We're gonna have 1 million of every resource by the time we're done building jobs for Humvees. But this is the way the game intended it to. They want certain level Humvees doing certain jobs in your base to gain from those benefits. Oh my god, I can't believe this is working out. Do you guys see this? It worked. Cool. I just did that. Alright. I think that'll have power. Yeah. Everything should work out. Let's come in here. Let's be real, we want these guys on here too. And I guess I'll have to probably do this again, right? And switch everyone to 3s. So that all the 3s are doing these jobs. As I run out of 2s. And they all become 3s. It's okay though. It's worth it. It's worth it. What's the point of playing a management game if you aren't consistently managing something? Okay, that whole highway's almost gone. So I'm gonna leave all the guards I currently have, and I'm just gonna make more guard stations. So a lot of these humans will stay where they're at. This section right here is pretty protected, just in this area. So if they get mad right here, they're getting responded to very quickly and efficiently. I'm thinking this section right here is another good section, so we'll have them either run from here or run from here if you're angry anywhere in here. And we're just going to do small grouplets, because I don't like having just one guard in a spot. I want multiple guards to be able to respond to the same issue. So we'll do that, like that's a little police station. And then I want to come up here and I want to have several police stations within our little zombie area, starting at both gates, right? I really don't want to take up the production area, so I'll use this like small area back here. Yeah. Gotta love the frame drops. I'm not going to place that in a new spot because I don't want to deal with it. Still running free. Still running free. Having humans kind of slow down here because the level 3s are doing just hauling. I wonder if they get XP for actually freezing zombies or doing damage to the zombies. I'm pretty sure the only ones I turned off were these ones, but I'm going to go ahead and turn them back on now. Because now we just want to process our group through. I've said that a couple times, and like I said, I go back and forth a lot on what I'm doing. I didn't even realize those were 4s as well. Man, we got a lot going on. And that's so much I can't even move across the screen. So I definitely need this to finish. That'll get everyone in jobs. And why not? Let's build another hauling station. keep people moving, keep people happy. That's the goal. Keep them exercising and their needs met. That's pretty much what we're doing here. So we've hit the 500 marker, right? If we could just get a couple more people in, and then getting them turned into humans, right, would be the goal here. Let's go ahead and look at this again. We stopped treatment because we didn't want to get overwhelmed. But we do seem to have things under control, people. So the next night zombies come, we're going to bring in another batch of 24. So that's like a little over half of what's coming. Hopefully by then we can have all of our stuff finished and people will be turning into humans. I also slightly feel as though when whatchamacallit, when the builders are moving around doing stuff, I feel that causes a lot of the problems. I thought I was muted for a second. I'm going crazy. I think they get in the way a little bit of people coming in and out of here on the freeway. So reduced people all using this at the same time, like spreading it out so they're walking like with some distance, I think helps. Them bumping each other and having a hard time even turning, I think affects us negatively. Quite a bit too, not just like a little bit. Like them bumping a lot. They're always constantly having to move around each other. That's why I like the 2-lane ideas, because then they'll path a little different from one another. So this road seems to be getting pretty busy too. So even doubling this road, right, could be very beneficial. Like just this part of it too. Having double roads on spots like this, especially where they split. So I have a double road like all the way to here, right? And then this is like, it's almost like a triple lane too at that point. Because a lot of these guys will just split off, the ones that are going here and come in here, while people are just using this outside lane. Because it's one step closer to the goal they're trying to get to. Sneaky little tactics to help the AI. You can do things like that. I'm not going to do any of that though, let's be real. We have a couple double lane roads, that's cool enough. So I believe that means when there's 8, they'll come and get it. Whoever grabbed it, looks like they just grabbed half of it. We also have haulers kind of standing around already, which is good. We'll get all that in there. And this is an interesting mechanic too. So as our 1s stop working and we get more 2s and 3s, 3s will fill in. And then eventually 3s will do all the work in here. Yep, something like that. It's interesting too, I have 2 people who are just collecting from these things, right? But they still get like overwhelmed. And we definitely need more 2s. So we're having like this issue where 1s are not going and getting treated. So I kind of want to do the nighttime daytime thing, but I honestly don't know what to do. What we could do is prioritize the labs themselves, and maybe that'll encourage haulers and everyone to do these jobs first before they do other things. So like refilling the machine, as well as maybe it'll encourage the people to prioritize treatment. Another thing I can think is, oh, they don't have a prioritized treatment button, I don't believe. Yeah, I don't see anything where I can make him skip certain tasks. He shouldn't even be upset. I don't know why these guys are upset. That's crazy. His mood is currently 0, but like all they do is like whatever they want. That's a mechanic I feel like they heavily need to fix in the game. Like I think it's because of the base is so big, but they need to queue up sooner to go get food. Like he's gonna go do 5 other jobs before he goes and gets food. Like he's that hungry. He should just stop doing what he's doing. Like literally, the script should end, and the next thing he should do is go get food if there's a food spot open. Like there is nobody in here except for one dude eating food, 2 dudes, and they're all queued up, right? But then there's guys hungry. There's guys hungry that aren't even queued up then, right? Like what's going on? So there's something going on in this system where no matter where you have your food out on the map, they should be able to get to it in a reasonable amount of time if you don't have them under some kind of silly restriction, right? I have them at 100%, dude. He's on quality time. If you're at a job site and you're hungry and your boss said, oh, we're building on quality time, what? Stop and eat a sandwich. Yeah, I don't get it. Okay, so we did hear another human get changed within like 60 seconds of us prioritizing that. So maybe it is helping. I'm going to go ahead and come in here and delete. There's 3 centerpieces. I want to try to get it to where I only have like 3 on each side, even, or just 2 on each side filled with humans, and see how effective that is. Because really all they're doing is food stuff now, which they still seem to be slightly struggling with, right? But we'll figure that out. Yeah, it does. Ow. I just went to go fix my hair and I jabbed myself with my mic. Ow, my fingernail. Yeah, honestly, man, those humans are slackers. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have told them to prioritize this. That's probably what it is. So let's go like this then. Medium priority, right? Because now they're just not doing the kitchen. They're just not doing anything in the kitchen. Okay, they need to prioritize this stuff so that they will do that stuff. Then they can help these guys. And maybe that will allow us to prioritize whatchamacallit. Same thing here, I should be careful with this. These guys are doing the mines back here. I'm not as concerned about the mines, but at least marking this one over that stuff is important. He should still do fine. Oh wait, no. It's all linked to the same thing. Yeah, I better prioritize that too. Okay, I think that'll help us. That'll have the haulers prioritize it. That might also cause these guys to prioritize it, but that's alright. I don't think we need to assign any more level 1s to jobs. I think we're good for now. We could even use some more level 2s, it looks like. A couple in here. Now let's look at our ever-changing stats, because I'm sure this stuff's gonna go crazy back and forth now that we changed everything. So I feel like I'm not getting a good reading because we haven't got flowing yet enough, right? And certain stuff is literally stopping. Like, it's just not, we don't have enough haulers to haul all the way across the map. And the people themselves are producing too many goods to even be hauled out of here. So like I said before, sometimes having more haulers and less production is actually more productive, right? Because these guys, instead of standing on a machine and continuing to be able to produce goods, right, they're stuck doing whatever else they're doing. So even though you have a really high number here, it's false. Because if half an hour they're doing something else, which is 30 seconds, if for 30 seconds they're doing something else, you just lost half of that production for that hour. So, yeah, we're coming towards the end of the episode here now. I think what we'll do is we'll leave it on fast speed and right towards the end of, or right before this next attack, I'll go ahead and end it. Yep. So let's see how our production does for the next 6 hours. This is specifically what we're looking for here. Like, see, chemicals are falling. We did build a lot of fertilizer machines. Doesn't seem like our fertilizer's really up that high. I think we may have built a little too many. We're putting strain on the economy here, or on the workers. That's unnecessary. So we'll literally delete half of them like we had done before. And we'll delete one of these guys because we did originally just save four. We'll delete one of these guys. And I believe that's the strain release we need. Right. And the haulers will do a much better job. Right. And then this job will even be filled in, and this job will even be filled in. Probably not all this, but you know what? There we go. Let's do that. Some of the resources I'm slightly concerned about, right? Like fertilizer. I want to make sure we have fertilizer and we're growing crops, but we are sitting on an exponential amount of food. Like, this is gonna take us to the end of the game. I just have strong faith in our stocks, right? And then once everybody's human here in these batches, and we send off a bunch of humans, it won't really matter. When we bring in batches of Humvees, they'll be producing so much goods that it shouldn't affect us long term. I'm also considering now, honestly, just turning everything into automatic machines and just having a bunch of different leveled haulers in rows, and all they do is empty and fill machines all day, because it does seem like it would work like that. And then that way I don't have to worry about who's doing what jobs. I just have a bunch of hauling stations and I can see how many each idle I got. Right? That's, I mean, essentially a way to make it fully automated over here. So it's something I can consider. A lot of these buildings, I think, if I just click on them right, I can upgrade them. And then I just put a bunch of hauling stations in a row right here. I'm like level 1 haulers, level 2 haulers, level 3 haulers. And then that's all I gotta do. Because honestly, I don't think this is working, guys. It looks bad. It looks real bad. I wanted numbers to go up, not go down. Fertilizer did go up, though. That's good. That's nice. All the fertilizer sitting on the ground because the machine finally got emptied, right? So, yeah. I'm kind of sold on that idea as I brainstormed it out loud. It really won me over, I won't lie. And this right here, it looks like a good starting row. Start going like this. Let's move all our haulers. I think we overthought our whole base idea too much, and then it's taking too much effort. Like all these clicks I have to do. I don't want to do all those clicks, guys. Yeah, I think he can just go over here too. I don't even know why we had him all over there, to be honest. I think that'll work out. Yeah, and then let's just upgrade everything. Like, let's be real. You guys are all freaking super slow and lazy. And you might as well just grab goods. Because you take too much time out of your day to do all these other things. Same thing here. Alright. You're all fired. Everyone's fired. This is an inefficient system. You guys might as well just be hauling. You spend half your time hauling from the friggin' machine anyways. The machine might as well just stay running while you guys run stuff back and forth. Makes sense to me. That's also why we have automation in the game. Okay, check. Good. So we've tried to violate multiple systems and it just doesn't seem like we're allowed to. You kind of have to stay within this certain design. So we're going to delete everything. And then our haulers will come and pick it all up. Delete and upgrade. That way, too, we could probably support more, honestly, production buildings with just Humvees collecting stuff. That's how they spend their lives. Just collecting things. Did I delete this one, too? I don't think so. Yeah, delete it, upgrade it. This one, I have to just build the whole different setup here. That's the way the game makes you do it. Oh, is it right up against that building? Yucky, we don't want that. We don't want people stuck having to walk all the way around that building. Oh. Oh. They're not gonna have to be. If we just build it different. Okay. Yeah, let them do their thing. Clean up, readjust. You know what I'm saying? And this will for sure be the winner. I'm telling you. This is the gold. So we want these to be the ones too. We'll have a row of ones where we can just have an insane amount of ones in here. Yeah, I'm gonna do 4 of these guys are just ones. No joke. I want these to be 2s. Yeah, this is the way that we're supposed to be doing it. This is the way God intended it to be. And by God, I mean the creator of this game, because that's technically would be God in this situation. Because if it was up to me, no, I'm just joking. Now level 3 hauler dudes. And put them up here in their own special little space. I might as well just build 4 of each. Like, all they do is haul anyways, right? If I need more production, let's make them do more production. I'll make them haul till they can't haul no more. You think this is a game? Oh wait, it is a game. Okay, I'm gonna speed this along too because I'm getting impatient. Oh, and the episode's like already over an hour long, so that's kind of what we're looking for. These last couple episodes, at least an hour long or so. We get a lot done. Oh, we get a lot done when we're clicking the right stuff, that's for sure. I was still stuck on 2s. Ooh, and I really like seeing that all of our ones have jobs now. Alright, so... So really, if you do the math, we could have 4 times 14. Okay. So, 4 times 14. What is that? I'm gonna do some math, huh? We got a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6, so it's like 56. Right? Yeah. So, 56 people in each category, and they can all work fully. So that is the new setup. And I think I just have these guys on another batch. So when we freeze this next group coming in the next episode, it'll be gravy. I feel like once I stock this with the people and they're all employed, that we could get away with deleting one of them. Because we're going to have some sitting around. I also kind of want to produce more here. So maybe some won't be sitting around. Right. But we're going to go ahead and double it and pass it on to the next person. Alrighty. I don't know. That's good enough. I'm already like majorly satisfied. Maybe I'm not. Alrighty. The automation process has begun. So everybody's on auto time now. Like I said, we'll set this sooner. We'll set this one sooner. It may just be because they're brand new too, but we will make sure. Alrighty, so coming up on the end of the episode, when we come back, we'll probably let the game run a little bit with the adjustments we made so that we can watch our stats closely, make sure everything's positive. And now I'm getting a phone call, so that's definitely the end of the episode. See you guys next time.